Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dharma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we're trying to develop a good foundation for our spiritual practice. And it is day by day, little by little, slowly, step by step, you have to develop. And sometimes, some days, maybe you're not going to get good result. But this practice not depend on the result just come right away. In long term, naturally there is a process develop in you. Little by little, it start to grow inside you. That transformation will happen by the time when you complete that necessary conditions in you. Because this entire process itself, your body, mind work together. There is no separation. And as you know, that we have nerve system, immune system, and emotional system, and thought patterns. And sometimes, even though we talk these things separately, this everything our human body. Even your samsara means what? Your thoughts. Your emotions mean what? Your thoughts. Your immunity is what? Finally, it comes to your thoughts. Your nerve system, finally, it comes to your thoughts. Your even this physical body structure, finally, it comes to your thoughts. And your all the sickness or the disease or the pain, any injury, finally, it comes to end with thoughts. So then there is a deeper connection in this everything. So you have to learn to take this life as a whole, as one. And because once you come to that point, and you become more clear with your day-to-day activities, and not only just your life, your family, your environment, also part of your thoughts. You cannot separate it. Even though they exist as the different entity outside from your body, but still there is a deeper connection with your thoughts. So once it connects to your thoughts, that means it belongs to you. So that understanding brings us a certain kind of clarity to inside us to understand what is this cankers, sanskar, or the mental formations. Because the mind has a certain way to behave in a very conventional level, surface level of mind. It always go with the learning and then the reacting and then the memorizing. Those are the main three things that the brain interfere with: learning, reactivity, and the memory. So when you go with that, it creates certain kind of pattern, and that pattern develop as thoughts, and that thoughts start to bring the emotions. So the emotions itself allow you to grow with the immunity. That the immunity, it is just not the physical immunity. Immunity, it's even in the psychological, spiritual immunity. Defense system. You develop a certain kind of method in you to protect your inner behavior. And then out of that thoughts or the process, what happening, your nerve system start to respond. So this all connect with the brain or the heart, and it all connect with the thoughts. And the very samsara means life itself, mean learning, reacting, and memorizing. So go with it again and again and again and again. So the memory has a deeper connection to the feelings. It doesn't matter good feelings, bad feelings, or the neutral feelings. So whatever the feelings, deeply, your entire body system get connected with it. And once it get connected with it, there are two ways. And if it is a kind of like a comfortable feeling, happy feelings, then you start to hold it to it. Grudge, clinging, grasping. And if it is unpleasant feeling, and the unpleasant feeling means whatever you experience in the moment is not comfortable for you, then what happening? You resist. If it is neutral feeling, then you just don't interfere with it, you just allow it to happen. Even you don't see it. So this process when keep going in you, what happening, the process itself start to go with the time, and there is no end. So then this entire system inside us, the whole, the each and every system, what I mentioned, nerve system, immune system, emotional system, thought system, this everything start to go with this behavior. If it is a good thing, that it is go and clinging. If it is unpleasant, resisting. So like that. Once it become your mental attitude, your passion, your lifestyle, what happens? Because then when something unpleasant comes, deeply you go against it and you suppress that inside you, because we go with the feelings. So whatever the feelings arise, you suppress it. push it down. And as a result of that, what happened? Depress come. When you push something down, and that is the one thing, the one reason to happen the depression. And without pushing down any feelings or any thoughts, any experience. So, you know, sometimes these computers, when you search web, sometimes it is stuck because of the memory or the speed or the capacity, or sometimes it is stuck. And when it is stuck, what we do, we refresh it. And once it refresh, what's happening, it start to run properly. So then in your mind, when the feelings happens, when any kind of perception perceive, rather than clinging or rather than resisting, suppressing it, if you're able to repress it, the repressing here means the mentally you evaluate. It's another way, it's kind of like internalize. You deeply, what happening, you internalize it, repress it. So in that very moment, whatever the feelings or the perception going to become more clear. That clarity itself become your awareness. Because the feeling is something, awareness is something, no. It's all the process happening in us. So then rather than inside you, so whatever happens, rather than suppressing thoughts or the ideas or the feelings or the emotions, learn to repress it. When you repress it, what happens? The flow start to happen. The processes start to work. So if you suppress it, push it down, hold it, and then what will happen? It start to come out from another way. And then it's a kind of like we call depression. But if you able to repress, the flow will happen, that you will be comfortable, and at the same time in that comfort that you recognize what is happening in this very moment. So not the past or not the future. When you're able to tune to the very moment of experience, the mind slowly get out of the greed, hatred, or the delusion. So those are the things make your mind polluted. So once the mind become very clear itself from thoughts, from the greed, hatred, or the delusion, whatever the perception happening in you, itself become very clear, and that clarity itself bring the awareness to recognize to things as it is. So that is the very purpose of tranquility meditation. So that is how the process happening inside us. So then when you observe, remember yourself not to suppress it or not to hold it or not to resist anything, but to again and again refresh that what you see. So that way you're not going to hold it to memory. Because the very nature, very behavior, that whatever we learn, we have deeper desire to memorize. It says that it go with the whole body. As you know, the muscle memory. Each and every cell has a nature to memorize. So when you come to the present moment of awareness in tranquility state, each and every cell in your body, just imagine, each and every cell in your body become free from this memorizing nature and tune to the present moment. It is not a one part of your body, the whole body start to tune to the present moment. And itself that because to memorize, it needs a lot of energy and whole bunch of energy go that way. And then in the present moment, you become lack of memory. And that is another way you become lack of awareness. But when you are able to experience something to the highest, to 100%, there is nothing to memorize. You know, sometimes that when you go to eat for dinner or lunch, for breakfast, for this outside place, and maybe when you can't eat, or maybe you are full, you take half with you. But just imagine the full portion, the whole portion, if you eat properly, it's complete. There's nothing to take with you. And you enjoy the moment. And once you're full, and there's no reason to take anything with you. So then apply the same thing to your day-to-day activities. Why you want to take anything to tomorrow? Why you thinking to memorize? The very reason, deeper you have fear to lose. Lose what? Lose the experience. Why that fear come? Because in the moment you don't experience to the highest. See? So once you come to the point to experience the moment to the highest, there is no fear. So when there is no fear in the moment itself, it becomes joyful, comfortable, happy, and this satisfaction. This all comes. So this all part of the same mind. Only thing is we have to recognize the right method. That's it. So the meditation is a method we develop in us and learn ourselves to experience the moment to the highest. So when it comes to meditation, there's nothing to memorize. You have no desire to memorize. So you come to the point to experience. So once you experience, once you develop this method, then you just imagine in your life, each and every moment, whatever you do with your bodily, verbally, mentally actions. If you don't have intention to memorize, but if you have the conscious awareness to get into the moment and experience it to the highest, see what is the change happening in you. That's the change you need. Because otherwise, in the conventional life, we just go with the memory, we go with the learning, we go with the reacting. Depend on whatever the memory we have. But in meditation, we develop a method to direct perception And the moment of awareness, completion. There's no gap. There's no empty space. And then itself, it is the fullness. Fullness, and at the same time, the newness is there. The moment by moment, moment by moment. Why? Because there is no moment to depend on memory. Each and every moment, very fresh, new moment. So once your mind comes to that level, and once it becomes the very nature of your behavior, of course, it is the very nature of the mind, but we develop a different pattern. Now we're trying to get back to its original form. So one should get into that. Because that's why it's kind of like a recovery. So when you recover, that means it's not lost in you. It not disappeared. It only misplaced. So that's why you can recover. So this is kind of like the word that we trying to recover from this conventional life and find the true nature within us, which we call liberation. So liberation itself is there with you. But the thing is, we go with something else in day-to-day life. So that is what? Memory and the learning, the collective mind and the reactive mind. So, but when it comes to the direct perception and the moment of awareness, you come to the moment of experience, not to learn. There's nothing to learn. You experience it. And in that experience, there's no memory. When there's no memory, there's no reaction. It is just the response. See that you completely come to a different form of behavior. Experiencing and responding rather than memorizing, recognizing. When the mind comes to that level, the way it functions again, and little by little, it develops the clarity in it, and that is why it's become a profitable skill to yourself. Why? Because this method itself make you higher, take you to a higher level of understanding. In a certain level, you come to a point that what we experience within ourselves, that everything moment by moment changing itself. And that is where you come to the point to understand impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness. But in the beginning, maybe it can become an idea because we learn, but now we're going to experience it. So rather than then suppressing yourself, be open. Be open for the moment of experience. Don't afraid for that. If the fear arises for anything, let it be there. It cannot do anything. Remember, the fear just a shadow of our own thought. That's it. So don't afraid for anything, because it is your own mind. There's nothing beyond that with the fear. So in the very first level, be ready to open, be available to experience. Whatever happens, it is okay. If it is happened, let it happen. Why? Because this anything is not ours. It's nothing belong to ours. So if whatever happen, let it happen. But Keep the awareness, recognize it. That recognition itself is the most valuable part that you have in this very moment with you. So once you make that recognition sharp, clear, and when you give the priority to the recognition, that recognition will take you to deeper level of understanding. And that understanding which we call wisdom. So now we're going to practice a little bit. So keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So bring your attention to your body, please. And observe head to toes 3 times yourself and say, Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize inhalation as inhalations, exhalations as exhalations. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also, may all your guardian angels and deities receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Maya Dhammanudhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjissami Dhamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamuncatu. Yes.